Welcome back to the GSA Expert Mode League Qualifiers, Round 1. I am Mini-Matt, and with me is Scotch and Tie Guy, and we're moving on to the BraMy versus Dimitri race.
Yeah, really good race, that last one. Coming down to the wire almost. Looking forward to some more good races here. Haven't heard of either of these guys. Got the brackets there in front of you. Whoever wins this one's going to be taking on Murphy in the next round.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see both what these players bring to the table and what this selection of levels brings to the table, because we've had some very interesting picks so far.
Well, and I said this in the last race, but it's so interesting to see these guys have the exact same levels side by side, but choosing to take on different levels or choosing to skip different levels, and generally coming to the same place sometimes. You know, we saw that they both Lance and Murphy were synced up there for a moment about 6 clears in.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of situations like that. And I think one thing that's very interesting about the way this format is set up is that not only does it lead to situations like that so often, but it also puts so much power in skips. Like, the way you use your skips seems to be an incredibly important part of the format.
Oh yeah, definitely. Knowing what levels look like, because generally speaking, once you've played Super Mario Maker 2 enough or watched it enough, you can kind of get an idea of what a level is going to be as soon as you start the level. And really paying attention to the world record time is also super important.
And I mean, if you can spot that something is a troll level, if you can spot that it's a puzzle level just really quickly, we've seen how close these races are getting. Those seconds it takes you to figure out that this level is just not worth your time could be everything.
And we've got the countdown in the back. We'll get started here in just a second. Got this first one, Super Mario Galaxy Deluxe.
Ooh.
Finally,
the sequel I've been waiting for.
World record is 1:21. So we'll see what these guys decide to do here. A little bit lengthy world record.
Yeah, and depending on what type of level that is, 1:21 in a puzzle level and 1:21 in a normal level are not created equal. It looks like both players are just jamming onto the right.
Unfortunately, Dimitri taking a death and a skip.
Immediate skip.
I like that call. I really like that call. You take a death there. You know that the world record is 1:21. You know you're going to have to start over and you might need to learn some stuff. But going ahead and skipping it altogether, I like the move.
Now, this might be a weird way to phrase this, but that is the most aggressive skip I think I've seen today.
Interesting puzzle here. Ends in sight, though.
Very close. That was quick. That skip, it definitely paid off almost instantly, but BraMy did get to the end of that level very fast, and if they have the same amount of trouble that Dimitri just did, which was basically none. Oh, wait, was that a fake end? No, that was a checkpoint. My bad. I'm a fool.
Yeah. So BraMy's still making his way through the first one, but as long as he can figure out that level the way that Dimitri did, he'll be fine. But this one's going to take up a little bit of time. Again, 1:21, and we're starting to see why.
Yeah, the slow snake block.
I mean, this is a slow snake block, too.
But the snake block has been conquered.
Oh
no, and into a boom boom fight. Meanwhile, over on Dimitri's side, taking the start over, going to be putting a little more time into this level. What is the timer on this speedrun stage?
We've got 13 seconds on it, and he's already a little messed up here. BraMy finishing up that one, and Dimitri taking a death.
Assuming BraMy does not see this level and skip it, they're probably going to pull ahead.
Yeah, it's 1-1 right now. BraMy's going into the level that Dimitri cleared very quickly after that skip. He's just gonna have to pay attention to it really well here. See where he's moving, where he's jumping. Taking his time.
You know, it looks like a Dimitri. Did they clear the Mario 1 level, or did they skip once again?
They skipped it. Yeah, so he's still on 1. He did not finish that one.
They might actually be in trouble. We're almost at the quarter mark, and Dimitri has skipped a couple stages, hasn't found a lot of flags yet.
Yeah, BraMy is very slowly making his way through this one. He's trying to be as methodical as he can. Gets it done finally. Dimitri also getting a clear though. So it is tied up 2-2, but BraMy has a lot more in front of him than Dimitri does.
Yeah, it's a weird situation because if BraMy just comes to the same skip decisions that Dimitri did, he's going to quickly end up ahead.
Well, they'll be at minimum matched up, side by side. And BraMy's doing a really nice job through this one.
Wow, very clean. Insane.
Wow.
One shot, the Mario 1 level.
What? The one shot from BraMy. That was insane.
It's incredible. That brings them to 3-3, but we already know that BraMy has a couple pretty quick and easy levels coming up ahead of them. Being able to clear those levels that Dimitri skipped is such a huge boon to BraMy's overall pace.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to the how he chose to skip and the skill that he had for those particular levels. BraMy taking a second to take a look at the time, the world record, choosing to continue it. Dimitri making his way through this one.
Oh no. BraMy took a critical death. Meanwhile, yeah. Dimitri makes it past the castle.
Oh my goodness. End in sight. Literally one more twirl and he would have been fine, but just mistiming it. So both these guys mistiming jumps.
Paying for it dearly.
Yep.
BraMy
much more careful there with that one.
Yeah, making it far past the point where they ran into trouble earlier, and I believe this stage doesn't go on for too much longer, right?
No, it doesn't. This is the one that Dimitri got finished relatively quickly, so end should be in sight here for BraMy.
Yeah,
and
there it is. And with that, BraMy is going to pull ahead. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Since they were kind of on pace, relatively speaking, for mistakes, and they were on pace for clears, BraMy being ahead on skips meant that if he ever caught up to where Dimitri started having an easier time with the levels, you're just going to rocket ahead, and we're kind of in the process of seeing that happen right now.
Yep.
Gets the checkpoint. Oh, but Dimitri getting the flag, not running into the same issue the second time.
Yeah, I guess the clear, which is nice. Which, I mean, that puts BraMy, that puts them side by side. They're tied up now, but again, you know, Dimitri taking a little bit of time through there. If BraMy can be quicker.
Well, no, BraMy is in the checkpoint vortex. skipping a large segment of the level, just hitting the end.
Yep, cheesing it. That's the way to get it done. So I mean, they're side by side as far as levels go, but I mean, Dimitri is ahead one level, gets a clear there, so it's tied up once again.
With 12 minutes left on the clock, BraMy still has plenty of time to leverage that advantage, but if Dimitri can just keep pace for the rest of the timer, it might not matter.
Well, I think you're right. This is kind of setting up to be who can play the timer like the best. Even if BraMy is able to complete more levels, quote unquote, and use less skips, even if Dimitri gets ahead, you know, at the last second and ties it up, or even gets ahead of him at the last second, he's going to take the win.
Even if Safe Tomato 610658 follows, that's not going to be enough for BraMy.
Oh, Dimitri!
Even if Twanny Bovins hosts BraMy's stream. Oh, but this is where things get... Okay, this is the moment things get bad for Dimitri, because I believe this puts them on the same stage, right?
I think so. I'll have to see here in just a second. Well, again, Dimitri getting it clear there. So I mean, they're trading the tie and lead back and forth. So again, if it comes down to the last second and Dimitri's able to get it clear and tie it up, ultimately, you know, he can win it still.
Yeah, this could still go to either player. Ooh, off-screen death for BraMy. That's one thing that we've been seeing a lot. BraMy is technically ahead on levels, but it seems like they're running into a lot more unintended deaths.
There, BraMy taking the clear. Dimitri making his way through this one, though. Coins are just everywhere for him to take. There's a checkpoint, though.
Dimitri needs to move fast and continue moving fast, because if their pace ever syncs up... Like, if we see them on the same stage, then BraMy is 2 ahead, and that's what Dimitri has to hope doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, BraMy with the skip. Haven't seen that one from him yet, but Dimitri getting the clear, tied up once again.
That skip is big. BraMy skipping there removes half of that big lead that they built just by closing the gap after not skipping earlier.
Well, he's being a lot safer here with the cannonballs. Dimitri had trouble with that section, so he gets the clear there.
Nice, easy one shot.
8-7. Smart skip there, fortunately, but Dimitri trying to tie it back up once again, but unfortunately, BraMy's got an easy one once again. It's just going to be a matter of if he's going to be able to get this in one shot, which with the skill that we've seen from BraMy so far, I think that we could see that.
Especially if you enter a stage and there's an instant mushroom that a bunch of coin launchers, you're not going to be too scared, right?
Yeah, no. And this ice level getting a little lengthy there for Dimitri, hoping that this is the clear. Nope, it's a checkpoint.
BraMy taking a checkpoint on his level as well.
And the end is close for BraMy. He's going to take a two clear lead now.
This is exactly that worst case scenario that I've been talking about this whole time. BraMy catching up with Dimitri after using less skips. And just, now BraMy doesn't really have to do much besides just keep pace.
Yeah, as long as they stay side by side for the most part, BraMy will be ahead. Dimitri getting the clear there, so he closes the gap by 1, but if BraMy can get through this one. This was one that Dimitri also skipped. So literally as Dimitri is exiting his level, BraMy going to be entering that exact one. So BraMy is one course behind Dimitri right now.
I believe this ice level took Dimitri quite a bit of time. So if BraMy blazes through it, that could definitely be a problem. Dimitri, however, making quick work. Oh no! Commentator's curse.
Taking a death there, unfortunately. Oh no, BraMy. Fortunately picking up the checkpoint, but taking a death there, so not getting through this as quickly. And Dimitri
missing the jump. Nerves have to be so high for both of these players. BraMy making it past the power blocks, taking the next checkpoint. Meanwhile, Dimitri, still on this first segment, makes it through. And BraMy catching the flag.
And Dimitri, so they're pretty much synced up at this point with that clear from BraMy and that death from Dimitri.
Yeah, they're now, after all this time, on the same level. Dimitri does have quite a bit of knowledge that BraMy doesn't have, but most of the stuff in this level isn't necessarily unreactable.
Well, and you saw from BraMy that when he had that speedrun level, just how quickly, how reactionary he is and how he's able to adjust so quickly.
Oh. Overshoots the jump, though.
Getting a little ahead of himself there. No big deal, though.
Both players having quite a bit of trouble. This may be a level where a skip coming out from Dimitri. This could be a chance for Dimitri to take back some ground if BraMy decides to spend a lot of time on this level. We've got a cloud stage. Well, we don't have a cloud stage, but Dimitri's gonna make it one.
Really intelligent move, really.
Oh
no.
Dimitri has entered prison. No.
Oh, he's got
it! He has a P-switch.
And he's got the clear, but BraMy is starting the level as Dimitri is exiting it. So once again, in this situation where, you know, skips, not really helping him too much.
Oh
no.
That's tragic. Is BraMy going to wait out the timer and see if they can make it? Yeah. There's going to be a bit of a time game for Dimitri, right?
Yeah.
Oh, even more.
BraMy taking a death there.
With 3 minutes left, I think long term, from this position, it would be hard for Dimitri to win. But because specifically Dimitri has taken the last couple of levels very fast, they may be able to force overtime, which might be their best path to victory right now.
Yeah, it's really coming down to how do you play the timer, how you play the clock. Yeah,
BraMy goes for a risky strat.
I don't think he realizes that he needs to have that turtle shell. I don't know if he knows it this time, but trying to play it a different way than he needs to. Maybe he knows it this time. No, he doesn't. He's not gonna be able to complete this unless he has that shell.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, the shell! Traitor! Betrayer!
Oh man, BraMy's having a real tough time with this one. I mean, it's coming down to whether or not he completes this level. He's gonna. Oh man.
We may be seeing a full court tilt.
Oh, he skips it.
That might be the right call.
Oh my goodness.
In the circumstance.
That's literally the equalizer. BraMy skipping that level. And Dimitri has the lead now. With 2 minutes left, Dimitri could have just possibly won it right there. Because BraMy decided with the skip.
Yeah, he was at a 2-skip advantage, and he later used 2 skips that Dimitri didn't. Now, BraMy is on the back foot.
Wow.
BraMy has to clear this level and tie it up. Dimitri might have just... This might be amazing. What a comeback.
Wow. I mean... It's kind of a weird comeback, though, because it's ultimately due to the fact that BraMy's decision-making was poor through the last couple of levels there, but Dimitri, you know, sticking through it, just grinding it out the whole time, can't touch the ground, yeah.
I think Dimitri is in a really good position to take this. They've gone through a few pipes over here on the right. They've hit another checkpoint. It's looking like they're going to be able to clear this level in the last minute. And if they do so, I don't think that BraMy actually is going to be able to tie it up.
Yeah, and BraMy just took a skip there as well. So they're on the same level once again. And we've already seen how long that Dimitri has taken through this level. So I think purely based on decision-making, Dimitri's going to take this one.
And I mean, it was the late decision-making that really came down to it, because arguably, BraMy's decision-making on the skips in the very beginning was significantly better. But Dimitri, in the end, was able to take that one extra level that BraMy wasn't going to be able to. And I think with this, Dimitri's going to take it.
Wow. I mean... I think that anyone 10 minutes into this match would have said that BraMy was going to win this one for sure. But now, with 5 seconds on the clock, Dimitri will win this matchup.
What an upset.
Wow. I mean, that was insane. What a comeback. Just purely based on decision-making on BraMy's part. I mean, that was BraMy's to lose, really.
Just the trouble that BraMy had with that one stage... The 3D World stage punished him so hard.
Oh man, I mean that was probably that was the hypest match so far for sure. Just purely because of that last minute comeback.
But
go ahead.
It was excellent play from both players. Like not to diminish BraMy's performance either, because both of them essentially made 2 poor skips each. It's just in the end, Dimitri overall made less mistakes where it counted.
Oh, exactly. Well, that'll be it for us here. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with some more Super Mario Maker 2 action